Greetings guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are well, and I hope that you are fighting, because there's a lot to be fighting for. As usual, there'll be a link in the description to the page on my website with a bunch of petitions, donations, emails to send to MPs, etc, etc. And as in my last couple of videos, there will also be a link to the White Ribbon organization, which is an organization that helps prevent abuse by educating men. I think that is a really cool organization. I think that it's really important. And if you do donate, you can screenshot it and tweet it at me at thatqueerkiwi. I will be matching donations of up to £500 by the end of the year. So please donate. Today's video has been highly requested, so I thought that I would finally sit down and do it. And that is going through the Reddit r/nothowgirlswork. This is a Reddit and a half, honestly. Oh my goodness. I thought it was just gonna be like r/bad women's anatomy, but it's not. It's a bit different, and my goodness. Let's jump into it. Let's see what some men have to say, shall we? Girls get lonely by choice. It's sad that she's getting harassed, but please don't equate male loneliness with female loneliness by choice. I don't really understand this at all. Please, sir, please explain to me your logic. How are women choosing to be lonely where men aren't? I don't quite understand. Is this just because you've been rejected so many times that you're just assuming that all women are choosing to be lonely because they'd rather be by yourself than with you? Because I don't think that's how it works. No, I know for a fact that's not how it works. Especially right now, right? We're kind of being forced to be lonely. All of us. Together. Collectively. Women are incapable of logical thought. Women by nature are emotional and feeling based in their thought processes. Thus, they're incapable of counteracting their impulses with logic. They sure as hell cannot compete against a man using logic. Have a look at how all the women act in family court. You tell me if they're capable of even the most basic human logic. LMAO. All women are the same. Women are hive-minded. You will understand and know this if you have a look at what majority of women at 70% vote upon. Women are hived. It's more than observable. I love that he's saying that women are all the same. He's generalizing and literally saying all women are the same. But what's the bet that this man is a not all men kind of man? Because my bet's pretty high. You say men are trash, this man's gonna come at your throat and say, well, not me. I'm great. I'm amazing. All you women are the same. Judging men. It's the hypocrisy for me, you know? Like, and also, can we stop saying that men don't have emotions? It's so harmful. Male suicide rate is so ridiculously high because men are told that they aren't allowed emotions, and it's you're not a man if you feel emotions, and emotions are a woman's thing. Like, that's ridiculous and so far from the truth. Men, you are allowed emotions. You are entitled to your emotions. They're important. Please don't feel like you're not allowed them. And in terms of being in family court, if you're not emotional in family court, I think that you have a bit of a problem. Like, you should be emotional about like a custody battle for your children. You should be emotionally connected to your children. And if you aren't, maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. Is that a harsh thing for me to say? Maybe you shouldn't be the legal guardian of your child if you don't care about them? Possibly. I feel like men get emotional in family court as well. That's not exclusive to women. I don't know where that example came from. The amount of women on OnlyFans, premium cam sites, etc. is proof most women don't want relationships and don't care about men. Women expect empathy but do not offer it to men, largely. Yes, because a majority of women are on OnlyFans or do cam sites or do sex work of any variety. That's a majority of women, obviously. And also, all those women are single. None of them are in relationships, ever, of course, because you can't be a sex worker and be in a relationship. That's not true. That's not how life works. And also men, they're not on OnlyFans, nor do they do any form of sex work either. Only women, and a majority of them, and none of them are in relationships. Obviously, that's how it works. My guy, not a single thing you just said makes any sense, nor is true. Just say that women don't like you because you're a bad person and move on. And move on. Change your attitude. Maybe then women will like you. Girls somehow seem more attainable with a messy room. I'm like, hey, she doesn't have her life together. I might have a chance. That has 55 likes? Often, you know, messy rooms are a reflection of messy mind, like depression and stuff. Not always, but I know myself. I can tell when I'm depressed, when my room becomes very, very messy. And so that's a very much like, ooh, I can take advantage of that girl. Anyway, that's not even the worst part. True that, I always get horny when I'm in low-income housing areas. There's just something about that attainability. A lot of the girls in those areas are really hot too, and some of them even have strong families and are loyal. Poverty doesn't always corrupt people. Sometimes it brings out the qualities. That's so gross. Like, ooh, people in poverty? Ooh, I have money, so therefore they'll like me and I can have power over them and have something to hold over their head. It becomes a power dynamic thing, and I'm not saying that it's bad to like people who don't have money. That's not bad at all. It's totally fine to have that. The problem is when that's the thing that you're attracted to. Like, the reason behind being attracted to that is f***ed up. Be attracted to a person living in poverty because you like that person, not because of their lack of money. You see what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with an income gap, but when you are attracted to a person because of that income gap, because it means you hold power over them and can manipulate them, that's when it becomes a problem. So maybe let's not do that. And yet, poverty doesn't always corrupt people. Poverty doesn't corrupt people. I don't know what that statement is. There's nothing wrong. Well, okay, there's a lot wrong with not having money, but it's not on the person who doesn't have money's fault. It's an overall problem. It doesn't break people or make them bad people or corrupt them. That's such a f***ed up thing to say. Oh my god, this person views people in poverty so lowly that he's like, yeah, poverty ruins people, but I can make them better. Ah, it's gross. Nice guys after 5 minutes of treating women like human beings. Oh no! Oh no, that's so accurate. That's so accurate. Oh no. Nice guys are a different breed, man. I was nice to you, so you owe me. I treated you like a human being, so you owe me. That's not how it works, my guy. The fact that you then go and call yourself a nice guy, I genuinely do not understand men. I don't get it. You aren't entitled to stop being so entitled. Stop it. Stop it. Girls often say they like dad bods. To me, this seems very generic. Literally, almost anybody in your hometown could have a dad bod. It's just a nice way of saying I'm open to most types of guys. I personally would see it the other way. I like women who are active and like going to the gym, running and playing sports, etc. I value other things too, like creativity and individualism. Why the dad bod thing, though? It's like saying I don't prefer you because you're into healthy living and fitness. This seems like good values to me. I like when people value their health and work hard to improve. It means you're a self-starter and want to do better. There's nothing wrong with dad bods, but it's not really setting a standard at all. You could literally choose anybody with that criteria. My guy, that is the point, as you said right at the start. It's just a nice way of saying you're open to most types of guys. Exactly. So what? You just literally wanted to make this statement to say, I like fit girls, and I think everyone should like fit people. Cool! Like fit girls! That's fine, but also need I remind you that you can be fit and have a dad bod. Like, the way your body looks does not reflect your level of health. There are people with abs who live off of energy drinks and pizza. Different metabolisms, my guy. And there are also fat people who exercise and go to the gym every day and are like so much healthier than a lot of slim people. Your body shape does not reflect your health. Yeah? That's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. You can't tell a person's health based on the way that they look. That's just not how anything works. You can be fit and fat, and you can be unfit and slim. That's the way it goes. So stop acting like you value health and fitness and just say that you like slim girls, because that's what it is. You would still chase a slim girl who's unhealthy. Don't act like you wouldn't. Stop trying to play the like, I value health. That's just not true. That's just a lie. You and I both know that that's just a straight up lie. So sit down. Just sit down. Women have been completely brainwashed to put politics of socialism, feminism, and careerism ahead of marriage. I wonder why we think being treated as equals and as human beings is a higher priority than a ceremony that was initially created to give men ownership of us. I wonder why that would be a priority. I can't think of why. There is nothing wrong with getting married if you want to get married. I personally think the whole thing is very, very strange. I just don't quite understand it. But if you want to, that's fine. But having it be the top priority in your life is... Why? Why are we expected to have that as our top priority? Is marriage your top priority? Or is this a double standard where men are allowed to care about things and women aren't? Women's only job in life is to serve someone. That's just blatant misogyny there, my guy. If your number one priority in life isn't marriage, then you can't expect anyone else's number one priority to be marriage. I don't know what this has to do with brainwashing. You sound pretty brainwashed to me. Maybe, you know, I feel like people focusing on themselves and, you know, having a life of their own is a little bit more important than being married. Just in my opinion. Just say you don't view women as human beings and move on. The average female has sex with 1 to 3 completely new men per week. You think she gives a fuck what anyone thinks when she gets butt naked with strangers 3 times a week? What? Where does this man get his facts from? Where are these statistics from? I would really like to see a source that isn't like incel.com. Listen, any woman or any person hooking up with 3 different people a week, that's impressive. That takes a lot of effort. That's very impressive, especially if there are different 3 people every week. Like if you're sleeping with, that's like what, 12 people a month? That shit's hard to, that's hard to keep up. That's hard to maintain. That's very impressive. Props to you. Good job. Proud of you. You do you, my guy. But also, that's not anywhere near the majority of women or men or anyone. A majority, a very, very small amount of people will be sleeping with 3 different people every single week. Like that's like I said, that's a lot of work. And like, on average, women have less sexual partners than men do. So this is a double standard thing again, right? If women are sleeping with 2 to 3 people a week, then men must be sleeping with 3 to 4. But that's okay. Also, again, the average amount of people women sleep with is, I think, like 9. Depending on where you are in the world, it's like 9 in their lifetime. So 2 to 3 a week, again, doesn't add up. Except, and this is my favorite fun fact, this was a survey done by Durex a few years ago. In New Zealand, it's the only place in the world where women, on average, have more sexual partners than men. It's also the highest number of 21. Fantastic. I'm proud of you, Kiwi girls. We got this. Keep at it. Keep at it. Body count doesn't matter at all. Sleep with as many or as few people as you like. I just love that fact. I just love it. Fantastic. Anyway, moving on. Hey, if you're a man, I'm gonna need you to never approach a woman who's alone at nighttime. I don't care what your intention is, unless it's an emergency, don't. You probably have no idea what the jolt of cold terror and or the gnawing dread feels like in these situations. Thanks. Unless he's good-looking, well-dressed, well-spoken, and driving something expensive, right? No, you idiot. Firstly, excellent advice. Men, please do not approach women who are alone at nighttime. It is terrifying. I hate being alone at nighttime. It's so scary. It's so scary. We do not need men approaching us. It literally feels like a heart attack. Yeah, there's so many men who just think women are so shallow. Or they don't even think women are shallow. They will reflect on themselves and say that women are shallow in order to boost their own ego and make it women's fault rather than their own, because they don't want to change their attitudes. They don't want to take accountability, so they make everything women's fault. So they pretend They pretend that they think that women are awful and shallow because it just makes them feel better about themselves. So, like, saying, no, but you don't mind if, like, a fancy man, like a rich man approaches you. Like, obviously we do, you idiot. No, man. None. You know that. You know that. You just want to hate women. That's really it. You know full well you just want to hate women. In democratic America, if this girl sees a penis at a party, it's a crime. But if this girl sees a penis in the women's bathroom, it's tolerance. Well, see, one is harassment, and one is a person minding their own business and using the bathroom. So, they are two very, very different things. And also, I do not know where this narrative comes from of trans women just flashing everyone in the bathroom. I don't know what goes on in the men's bathroom, but you don't flash people. People aren't walking around with their pants around their ankles, especially trans people. They don't want to be outed. They don't want to be harassed. Trans people are in just danger for existing. They are like one of the most targeted groups when it comes to hate crimes. So they're not going to be in there like, hey everyone, look, I'm trans. That's not how anything works. I don't know why you think that this is a good argument, because it's not. It doesn't make any sense. It's not backed by any fact. It's just you just being transphobic and just gross. No one is showing anyone their genitals in the bathroom. That doesn't happen. And you shouldn't be harassing people at parties. It's really not that hard to figure out. And I think that you know that. I think that everyone knows that. Stop just trying to justify your shitty actions. Take accountability and fix your freaking attitude, my guy. I think that I'm going to leave that here because I can't do it anymore. By the time I get to the ends of these videos, I'm over it. I'm over it. I can't do it anymore. I can't take any more ignorance. So I'm going to go lie down. Don't forget that I have hoodies and mugs available on my shop at thequeerkiwi.com/shop. I would show you one, but it's like all the way over there and I'm lazy. But I love them and I hope you love them. They're all fair trade and sustainable, so that's a big plus if that's something that you value, such as I value. A big thank you to my Kiwi Fruit channel members whose names are up on the screen right now. A massive thank you to my channel member of the day, Rob. I love and appreciate you endlessly. Thank you so, so much for joining. If you would like to become a channel member, you get my videos a day early plus 10% off my shop, and you can join by hitting the little blue join button or the top link in my description. Thank you so much for coming along this video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to listen to my podcast, Savvy Cat Podcast. Follow me on Instagram, The Queer Kiwi, and Twitter, That Queer Kiwi, and enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah! And when you close your eyes, you